Hello and welcome to a quick lesson about graphing points on the coordinate plane. So let's begin. The coordinate plane is this beauty right here. It's just a plane where you can graph points. Now this plane has two lines running across it, one left to right and one top to bottom. The line that runs left to right is called the x-axis, and the one that runs up and down is called the y-axis. Let's go ahead and let's leave these helpful labels to help you remember, but left and right is x, up and down is y. Okay, now we have the actual plane, but how do we graph things on it? Well, you're going to graph things on it based on a series of instructions. These instructions are going to be given to you in the form of a point that comes in the form of x comma y. So x will be the x coordinate and y will be the y coordinate. Pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and let's see how it works. So let's say you're given a point 4 comma 5. All right, well, my 4 is my x and my 5 is my y. Fantastic. I know I read from left to right, so I'm going to follow those instructions from left to right. But where do I start? Where do I begin from on this coordinate plane? You start from the point in the middle. The point that intersects between the y-axis and the x-axis, the point for the intersection between them, that's where you start. This point right here is called the origin. It's a very special point. So that's where we always start from. So let's go ahead and let's say that the y's, let's make them blue. Let's make them another color. Now we follow these instructions. Starting at that point in the middle, we're going to go 4, it's positive, so 4 to the right on the x-axis. And then 5 up or down, well, up is going to be positive, so 5 up. Boom. And that point that follows the instructions you just mapped out, that's your point on the coordinate plane. Let's do another example. So here I have point 2 comma 3. Once again, I start at the origin, and it's 2, so that's the x. Okay, so I'm going to go 2 to the right. Perfect. And now 3 is my y, so I'm going to go 3 up. Perfect. That's my point. Voila, we've graphed another point on the coordinate plane. Let's do another example. Now in this one, I have a negative 4 for my x. So that means instead of going to the right, as I have been in the other examples, I'm going to go to the left. So let's go ahead and let's go 4 to the left. Perfect. And let's say I want to go ahead and do, well, the y is going to be 3. 3 is positive, so I'm going 3 up. Perfect. So that means there's my point. Pretty straightforward. Another example. Let's go ahead and let's do 6 comma negative 7. Well, my 6 is positive, so starting at the origin, I'm going 6 to the right. And then I'm going to go negative 7, so 7 down. And that's my point. Another one. Let's say, as the final example, negative 3 comma negative 5. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go 3 to the left, since it's negative. And then I'm going to go 5 down, since it's negative. And that's my point. I hope this helps.